keep going. What's going on here?
That's
Keep talking while I hit the intro. No. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of American Bodybuilding Network. I'm your host, Steve Blackman. Today, we got a very special episode for y'all. Joining me today is my wife, Nikki King, IFBB Pro.
Hello.
We got a very special guest joining us for the interview, Coryne Butler, IFBB Pro. Coryne's put in a lot of hard work. She's paid her dues, and she's recently graced the stage at Junior USA's. And we got some cool stories to talk about. But today we're going to get into her bodybuilding journey, her experiences competing at the highest level, and what it takes to become an IFBB Pro and the story behind the athlete that you see on stage. So sit back, buckle up, and let's get into it. So, all right, Coryne, what's up?
Hey, guys.
We got the ball rolling now. So thank you. You're my first IFBB Pro besides my wife on the show. So
what an honor it is.
Yeah, I'm really excited actually to put this out there because I was looking you up on YouTube and I think I found like an interview of you after the Phil Heathy that you took the overall.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was 2023.
There's another podcast you did, some kind of like actual pod like this or something.
Oh, that was back in like 2021, I think.
It was a little older, yeah, and that's not even that long ago. 5 years, shit.
No.
All right. So anyway, I got some questions, so I might sound a little chat GPT right now, but
You're
everyone
good, because I might have
me.
some answers.
So without getting you to spill too much just off the hip, but tell us a little bit about yourself. Let's start with where are you from and what do you call home now?
Okay. So I am originally from Virginia Beach, Virginia. I was a Navy brat because my dad was in the Navy for 20 years and ended up calling Texas home for about 20 years and then just kind of started moving all around. And I currently reside in the beautiful town of Sparta, Wisconsin.
I was going to say that's totally a topic for the other channel. But so when you moved to Texas, you were how old?
9.
Putting you on the spot here.
Yeah, I think it was like 2000. So I was like 9 years old.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I thought that everybody down in Texas wore 10-gallon cowboy hats, boots, and rode a horse. And I was very disappointed that they
it's
did.
Actually kind of Texas is kind of like when people think of like the different like versions of America, like the different kinds of Americans there are, you have all of that here in one state,
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw this older cowboy guy giving an example. He was given a demonstration he was given an explanation on Texas. He's like, once you get to San Antonio, that's your Tex-Mex. He's like, Dallas is your Mercedes. He's like, West Texas, that's your Cal and Oil Boys. He's like, and then he's like, everything to the right of something else is considered Louisiana or whatever.
Yes.
Like Tyler, Texas.
Houston.
Yeah. He said Houston. He's like, that's where all the biker weeks are and stuff. So if you own
Right
a
on the
Harley.
coast.
And all the badass car shows too.
Yeah.
So I always ask people, and when we get into the background, especially sports, it's the big, what did you have an athletic background growing up? Or were you like me, where you kind of just sort of played a thing here and there, but were just PE and that was it,
So, I was like every kid in the 90s, woke up on Saturday morning, inhaled some cereal, went outside to play for 6 hours, came back in because it was getting too hot, ate lunch, took a nap, went back outside when the sun was getting ready to set. And that was basically most of my childhood was spent outside. But as far as like sports go, I did track and field in 7th grade. So I did triple and long jump.
7th grade. So
yeah, so I was a little itty bitty thing. And then I didn't do anything until I got into high school and then just out of high school where I started bowling. And and I got 2 scholarships. Yeah, actually,
I had
I got 2 scholarships for bowling. 2 scholarship offers. One was to Prairie View, a historically black college out in Houston, and then the second one was to LSU.
Okay, hold on a minute. Quick backstory, real quick, audience. Coryne has come to our house for extended periods of time. How the hell did I not hear the bowling story?
Never
Did you
asked.
not want to tell us? I'm joking. That's
Do you want
cool.
me to crack out my I got my bowling
Jesus
balls in the garage.
Jesus from The Big Lebowski.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that movie.
Well, so with
Surprised?
that being said,
It's good.
how did fitness become such a important part in your life?
Yeah, because how does the not really? I guess all three of us have a very similar very similar in that aspect. But go ahead. How did you get into that? The fitness thing?
That's a good question, Nikki. Hopefully I have an answer for you. So it's really funny, interesting. It was what is that thing called? A New Year's resolution back in like 2010. My mom was like, oh my gosh, let's all go to the gym and get gym memberships. Because there was a Gold's Gym close to the house. So we all went. So I was, what was it, 2010? So I was 19, I think. And so, I've been in the gym for 16 years or almost 17 years now, actually. I started and I just started having fun with it. And I was like, well, this is cool because if I go like this, then I'm going to work this. And that's called a bicep. Or like if I go like this, I'm doing pull downs or whatever. And so it was really cool to kind of see how my body was like moving and actually learn how to like grow and change my body in the way I wanted to. Plus it was just fun. I'd be like, yeah, cool. I can do like 10 pounds now. And now I can do like 20 or whatever. And then I met my really good friend and mentor, Sir Jeffrey Wilson. And he took me under his wing and we're still friends to this day. And he showed me basically everything I know about the gym when it comes to squats, benches, deadlifting, and all sorts of like other accessory movements as well.
Is he like a guy Is he like someone that other people would know in the industry, or is he just like a friend, local friend you met?
He's just a local friend.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, yeah. We all have those, obviously. But I was like, the way you said his name, I was like, is this like a dude? Because I don't know all the power lifters and out there.
He is a dude, but
exactly.
Like what I mean, like a Louis Simmons type from West Side Bar, but like someone I should know,
No, but I mean, he's an Air Force veteran. 20 something years in the Air Force too. So, I stick with my peoples, I guess. But I just call him Sir Jeffrey.
Operated channel.
He's just my Sir Jeffrey Wilson. That's it. Nothing crazy. And I spell his name Jephphry. Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Yes. So that's how I kind of got my segue into fitness, was just being a New Year's resolutioner. And 17 years late, almost 17 years later, I'm like, well, what else can we do now?
So as far as let's see. When I first thought I'm going to do a show, it was because I saw guys doing them that I thought I could look better than. And I was like, okay, maybe I can do this because if they're up there,
I think we all kind of thought that at one point.
Yeah. Did you have that? Did you go to a show or did you see girls online? Or what made you think I'm actually, not just go to the gym. I'm going to actually get ready for this thing.
I'm gonna do this shit. So it's actually really funny. I went to my very first bodybuilding show with Sir Jeffrey Wilson.
Okay.
It was the Lackland Classic. So remember Lackland Air Force Base? Back when they actually used to have shows on post.
Yeah,
and
I didn't have them when I was there.
It was an NPC show. And it's really funny because a week or two prior to that, I got in a car accident. I was rear-ended. So I was going to a bodybuilding show in a fucking neck brace. And everyone's like, hey, my God, did you hurt yourself lifting? And I was like, no, I got rear-ended. And they were like, oh.
Oh my gosh.
That's not a cool story.
No, it's not. I should have been like slow-mo.
Buzz Killington over here.
But it was cool because the overall winners from that show won freaking swords.
Yeah,
and me being an inner nerd, I was like, I want a sword. I got a bodybuild.
I thought the swords were actually kind of cool because you could at least put it on the mantle or something in your fireplace.
I mean, if someone breaks in your house, you can chop them in half.
But the medals, I had one client, he did every Kevin DeHaven show in North and South Carolina, I think ever, Jevin Berlin. And Kevin was going through a phase of doing the axes and the swords. And he had 17 katanas after 2 years of competing. I was just he was moving. I was like, yeah, good luck.
He's the Count Dooku of bodybuilding, or the General Grievous of bodybuilding, with all the arms and the lightsabers.
I can imagine like his like cops coming into his house. He's like, "Why do you have so many ninja swords?" Like,
Right? They'd be like,
they're
"Oh, geez."
bodybuilding trophies.
But yeah, so that was what really kind of like sparked my interest in bodybuilding, because I didn't even really know it was a thing. But for the biggest reason was the way I have to eat anyways, because of my dietary restrictions and autoimmune conditions. So I was like, well, I'm
Yeah.
already eating super freaking clean anyways, so why not just do it? Because, you know, doing some research online, you're like, oh, okay, chicken breast, eggs. Well, I didn't eat eggs at that point in time. Chicken breast and fish, and like, I can't have rice. I was doing quinoa and potatoes, and I was just like, oh, this is great. Yeah. So I was just like, well, let's just go. Let's just try it. So
It's just more of the same, right?
yes, my off-season food is the same as my on-season food.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. A
Yeah, I
little
think that's
variety would be nice.
I think
No variety for you.
I think that's definitely a big learning curve for some people as well. So like in the off season, I'm gonna be eating all this shit. It's like, no, not really. You're gonna be eating more of the stuff that you've been eating, you know.
Yeah, because you
But,
learn the better you take care of yourself in your off season, the easier your on season is going to be.
all right, so would you say that's probably the biggest challenge that you faced while doing this sport, is that you have dietary restrictions that like just they limit what you're allowed to eat, you know?
No, not at all. I mean,
No?
I'm a whiz in the kitchen, and so is Nikki, so she already knows how I cook, and I'm like doing random stuff, and it works. And then you come up with recipes that work. Like my normal is like chicken and quinoa, or like ground turkey and quinoa, or sweet potatoes, red potatoes, gold potatoes, bunch of fuck ton of veggies, like fruit, yogurt, dairy-free yogurt, of course. The eating honestly is the easy part.
Yeah, I mean, she's good at everything but pancakes.
That is funny.
Well, why would you give away my secret? I still suck at making pancakes today. I can make you a black forest zucchini cake, but I can't make pancakes.
So every athlete has strengths and weaknesses. What areas of your physique have you had to work the hardest to improve?
Without a doubt, my hamstrings and my glutes. And I'm starting to put the pieces of the puzzle together, and I think quite a good chunk of that is tied to the fact that I actually have discovered that I have rheumatoid arthritis, and which has the possibility of turning into ankylosing spondylitis. So I have a lot of pain in my back and my hips. And from my L1 down, I don't really have any movement in my spine. And so I think that probably plays a big part into part of my issue. And that was just recently. So 2026.
So you
A few
can't
months
squat.
back. Oh no squatting. No squatting for me.
RDLs.
Nope, can't do RDLs right now either.
Really?
So I use like
Just nothing. No hinging and no.
I use like a linear hack squat machine, so I can do like squats. Can't really do leg press because it puts a lot of pressure on my lower back. Definitely no RDLs. I love RDLs. No bent over barbell rows. No bent over dumbbell rows. Like
A lot of seated machines.
Yeah. So it's kind of a mind fuck, not gonna lie, when you feel like, oh yeah, I can do all these cool things, and now it's like, yeah, no, you can't. And it's like, well, but that's, I guess, part of the fun and part of the challenge. You got to reframe your mind, so you don't go down like a deep dark hole and just get like super depressed because you can't do this anymore, you can't do that, or conversely, you can't eat this or you can't eat that anymore. There's always ways, the old saying is, there's, more than one way to skin a cat. Well, that's kind of mean. So I'm going to say there's more than one way to smoke a brisket. And so, yeah.
So, areas that you've tried to grow, the harder areas for you, what's been your thing?
What do you mean my thing?
Like, what do you wish what was the hardest like muscle group for you to get to grow? Like some people, at least guys and stuff that I train or whatever, or just buddies and whatnot, like they'll have their chest won't be super developed, and they'll just be like, man, I'm doing everything I can to get my chest to grow, but it's just not, catching up with the rest of me. Do you have anything like that?
Again, it's probably my hamstrings and my glutes, but a lot of that is I think I just wasn't getting lean enough due to like hormone issues. Um, but like this past time when I competed last year and got my pro cards, I was actually able to get lean enough for the first time ever, even with like high food. So I think that was part of the issue, was just not being able to get lean.
Well, you seemed really lean, but you mean just like for Junior USA's, you were very, very peeled.
I was like 135 pounds. I was like
135 on stage?
I was like, I gotta put a mattress pad on the mattress so I could sleep.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I got butt bones and stuff.
Let's see, where's my other
I mean, when you competed in your pro show, Nikki, you were peeled as shit too. And
Yeah.
It's hard to
I
get
was
like that.
pretty, I mean, I still could have been leaner on my hamstrings, but
I think that's everybody.
here we go. This isn't your pro card, but which show is this?
This was the Battle at the Falls over in Sioux City, South Dakota. Ago? No, last year, 2025.
Last year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay, the one after the one that we saw you in. That was
2023.
I completely forgot about that one. It's just been so many years.
That's where you met my dad.
Yeah, it's been a minute though.
No, that was at the Phil Heath.
Yes.
Yeah. She was saying that one was in 2023.
So he's like the funniest guy I've ever met.
So when you have setbacks or like judges' feedback that isn't what you wanted to hear, how do you end up handling that?
Okay, that's a two-part question. So regarding setbacks, it depends on what the setback is. If it's a physical setback like an injury or something like that, you just got to take it and roll with it. And celebrate and be thankful for the things that you can do, and don't stress about the things that you can't do. Make sure that you're diet's on point, so that way you don't gain, any extra weight. And if you have issues, get them sorted out. Emotional setbacks, hormonal setbacks, kind of the same thing. Hormones, go to your doctor, get your, lab work done, start getting things fixed. Same with your emotions. People don't really realize how much your emotions can tie into how your physique looks. But I'm sure Nikki, Steve, cortisol is a motherfucker.
Yeah, I battle it every day, I think.
It's bad.
It's my personality, I'm just always trying to keep the cortisol low. Is that how you are sometimes, you think?
Yeah. But when it comes to judges' feedback, you can't take it personally, because it's not like they're out to like tear you down or like whatever. They are, if they're good judges, they're hopefully giving you their honest opinion
of course,
of what they think. They're not like, oh yeah, like they're not gassing you up if you look like shit. They're not gonna be like, yeah, like you could totally go to nationals and get your pro card, and like no, or
just filling your head up with everything.
A good judge should be able to give you really good feedback that you as an athlete should be able to take and use that to help guide the next step in your journey, whether you're going to go into your off season or your on season. So
yeah.
Now the video's turning out really awesome, because I got Instagram pulled up. So I was just like, hell yeah. I was like, what can we show next? I'm sorry.
Instant picture. Yes.
All right. Yeah. So let's see. We went to Junior USA's. Is it just pictures, no video?
If you go up right there, go down.
Sorry, guys. For everybody watching, Auntie Cocolicious.
Hello.
Instagram. This is the bubble.
Yeah.
I love that pro card with the American flag on it and stuff.
I know. It's freaking awesome.
The coolest one, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, dang, I got that American flag. I know, that's cool.
They had orange ones the other at my friend in Miami. He got one. It was orange. I thought it was really cool looking.
Oh, nice. I've seen blue ones, like a really nice shade of blue. I'm like, dang, that's pretty too.
They were talking about the ones, what was it? What was the show in Vegas that Texas Pete just did? They were talking about them not cutting the borders off the pro card and just giving them like this crappy looking pro card.
Here you go.
Oh, really?
Like, terrible. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Terrible.
That's so fun.
That's so
All
sad.
right, so
but that one you got is so cool.
Yeah.
Junior USA's ended up being a bloodbath for everybody else, if you will.
Yeah.
You ended up taking home 2 different divisions overalls, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
you
Sure
did.
did.
Holy
Women's
shit.
physique. And I was runner up for figure.
Hell yeah, got you.
So,
So, how much did you weigh right here?
100 and between
30.
135 and 137, I think. Because
How much?
David, my coach, he was carving me up. So show day, I think I was eating like 500 grams of carbs, and I was dying like the
That's
day.
funny
And
because me and her usually weigh about the same on stage.
yeah, because we're like the same height and everything.
Yeah.
Fit
It's
Body
almost like we're
Fusion.
identical twins.
So tell us a little bit about Fit Body Fusion since we got you here. Let me go find a Fit Body picture or something.
So Fit Body Fusion is the
There you go, right
team
there.
that I started my bodybuilding journey with, and I coach for them now. They the first person I met from the team, her name was Yvette Montero, and I saw her at the gym because I was going to Gold's Gym, and I don't know, and she was doing something like little bikini pose, and she's like, and I was like, hey, that looks cool, like, are you gonna compete? She was like, yeah, I did, and I was like, no way, and she was like, you should totally like check out this team I'm on. It's called Fit Body Fusion. Like, Jamie DeBernard's the head coach. And I was like, sweet. She was like, yeah, she's here in San Antonio. I was like, all right, cool. So I put an application in, went, met Jamie, and I was like, this is what I want to do. So then I started in with Fit Body Fusion like September 20. Holy shit. I've been coaching
You've been there
for
a minute, right?
hold on. 2016, I think. Yeah, 2016.
2016. Okay. 10 years.
Whoa. Whoa. I
know, right?
I was like, what? Time flies and and so yeah, and so then I started as a bikini athlete.
Yeah, which is crazy. You should look up some of those pictures.
Oh god. You have to go all the way down.
All the way down.
I was like itty bitty. Because I think for one of those
Tiny.
shows, for my last bikini show, I think it was like Texas Legends in Dallas. And I think I was like 123 pounds.
So tiny.
I was like, there's you, babe.
So. Yeah, that's me.
There's Nikki. Yes.
For all those curious,
At the
this is what she looks like with her clothes off.
Oh my god.
Hey, I'm married to you, girl. You mind, homie. Sorry.
Oh man, you're good.
But either way, let's see. Oh yeah, so bikini. Let's go
all
down.
the way.
Yeah,
You gotta
all the
keep
way down.
scrolling.
All the way.
Oh,
Everyone's
lots.
gonna see everything.
And you see all my dogs and
America.
Jim.
Lots
As you
of-
can tell, I
lots of
kind of.
Ama-
Oh, look, there
this-
we are when we went to go
Oh,
see
yeah.
Lamb of God in Trivium. Oh, and in Flames. That was a good show. I was thinking about that.
That was
the
a
other
great
day.
show, yeah.
This
I was
just
thinking
needs to
about
be the thumbnail for today's thing. It's just this one.
Oh, I've always liked
No.
goth
saw this picture.
muscle mommies.
Back when I was stalking my wife's page before we were dating, I had seen this picture many a time. All right,
You were
so
like, what? But yeah, so I started in bikini, and then I kept flaring my lats, but I didn't know how I was doing it. And and like Yvette and Jamie were like, stop flaring your lats. And I was like, I don't know how. I can't stop. And so that's how I ended up. I can't stop. And so I ended up moving into figure. And
I
then
can't get through the door.
I got the ills. And so then from there, I went. I did figure in like 2017 at the San Antonio Classic. You got to keep going.
This is my bro right here.
Oh, EJ?
I love this guy.
Oh, he's
I used to live in
great.
Charlotte, so he
Yes.
was. Yeah, I love this.
And his
you're in
sister is
Brick
so
House.
sweet.
You're in
Yeah.
my old stomping
Brick
ground.
House
It's not
is
Brick
dope.
House.
I love that
Columbia
place.
is my old. I lived there for a decade and stuff, but I'd actually never even had a membership at Brick House. Just all my buddies did. You know, like I trained like all the managers of every gym. So like I just kind of went to all of those, and it was, I think Bree. I trained Bree Marshall. I think she worked there.
It's a fun gym.
I think I took her like a vape pen on her birthday there. I think it was the only time I ever really gone there. I think I worked out there once.
Here's a vape pen.
Yeah, well, it was just like, yeah, prep. There you go.
Something. Yeah, it's a
yourself.
good gym. It's a nice, like, it's a nitty gritty college bodybuilder power lifter style gym.
It's
Like I
totally
really
good.
enjoyed it.
all the University of South Carolina is there, and so is Fort Jackson. So Columbia, South Carolina, even though if you've lived there for 10 years, I've burned all my candles out there. But for anybody looking for a cool place with a pretty good economy, the trainers in Columbia made more money than the trainers in Charlotte. It was pathetic in Charlotte how little the trainers were making. I had this gym industry background, but Brick House was always known to be where all of the people who were at least serious, who didn't live too far away. Columbia is kind of a bigger town. It's three counties in one, and Richland County, Lexington, and another one I forget. But so if you don't live close to Brick House, you can't go. But it's a nice place. And yeah, EJ started competing around the time I did.
And his sister's a IFBB Bikini Pro, and she handed me my trophy at my warm-up show that year.
I didn't even know that. I haven't seen him. If I saw him, man, I mean, it'd be the funniest, like, oh my God, because we were like always so cool.
Yeah. You got to keep going. You got to keep going.
There's more. It's way back when.
I haven't had an
an
Instagram in so long that I forget how many
Look
pictures.
at little Carly.
Oh, there you are.
Look, there we all are. You mean Victoria. Oh, that was a fun day. Remember we were playing Cards Against Humanity at the pool?
There's me again.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, look at you. I remember those pictures.
That's so funny. The difference.
Oh yeah, like when you put your mind to it, girl.
That's me again.
I forget y'all used to live together.
It was like the
this was before we lived together.
That's a good shot. I mean, you can tell you're
it's
earlier in the career, obviously. You got a little bit more.
Yeah, that was my first national show. I got my ass handed to me. That was great.
Keep going.
I'm trying to do
right there. Wait, go up, just a little bit.
Right there.
That's an old bikini photo.
There you go.
Okay. I see you over here.
I think I was like flashback.
Tiny.
Yeah, and it wasn't really my style. Yeah,
well,
it wasn't really my style. Like the posing, I didn't really like the posing.
These other classes, because it kind of shows how some people just look better in other classes. I had to explain it to the dudes that I work with now. Like I had this guy Tyler and Jesse, and it's like, Tyler, you're a bodybuilder. I know you want to do classic. I know you want to. It's just, but you just, the things that make people bodybuilders, you just look better in bodybuilder than Jesse in classic.
You got the frame for X, Y, Z.
Yeah, I couldn't see you staying in bikini, but I guess everybody can just not grow.
I used to crack a joke. I remember it was this one. I forgot which show it was, and there were the girls. Like, I think we were backstage, and I hadn't taken my robe off, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, I love your delts. Which division are you doing?" And I was like, "Bikini," and they were like,
"What?"
I'm here for bikini.
So who do we got here? She looks great. She's older.
Jamie, I think her name was. I had her and I worked together for quite a while.
I had to put you on the spot, right? With all the clients that you've had to remember. Her legs, she's got some size here.
Yeah, she was really good. She was good. I think other than you, Nikki, I think she was my very first women's physique competitor.
Yeah, I think I was one of the few that you had, because they didn't really give you a whole lot.
You arranged.
Shut up! I won a costume contest. Okay.
I was like, the nose is shockingly accurate.
It was Rudolph, and then it has a tail, so I will wiggle my little tail.
All right, you got another girl, fitness chick, 29.
That one
Andrea.
chick that you had, yeah,
she's cool.
She had a great time.
Oh, yeah,
those are the old school trophies. Those are the trophies I used to see back in my day. Sure. I was at 2014 through 2019 is when I did my last one.
Nice.
18, 19. One of the
yeah, and we got matching pants, Nikki.
We do? Where?
Our superhero pants.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, your mother is from England. Just letting the audience know that you're not just posing as some crazy chick who wants to pretend she's British or something.
Some Anglophile.
so
oh my God, I love everything English. Let me just crack out my Harry Potter stuff.
Some people are very pretentious and they're living in their head and stuff. And you see a lot of that in bodybuilding too.
All my thirst trap shit.
You have to do it, because how the hell are people going to follow your page?
Easily.
I mean, it is a conversation I've had. I've trained a lot of girls, in my day, and you know, and like if you post stuff, I mean, it just makes the following grow. And if you're gonna use Instagram to try to get a sponsorship or something, you have to do something. You don't see a bunch of Mennonites posting a bunch of pictures of them wearing
with their ankles
down to their ankles, right?
Yeah,
you know, with the
a
freaking nurse
protein jug next to their ankle. Okay.
Yeah, you know, now that probably would go viral if you got if you got a good version of that. But y'all should both do that next time you do Mennonite thirst trap videos.
Right.
He's showing my ankle of my 100 lace boot.
Yes, exactly.
Oh wait, go back up. Those pants right there, those are similar to pants that I had back in the day too.
Yeah, the Ranger.
Yeah.
I like it's got bullets all
When
over
we
it.
used to work out in San Antonio on post, you remember?
Yes, that was fun, and that gym
Yeah.
was hot.
San Antonio.
That gym, that's why I liked working out there because they didn't have AC.
Right.
Sweat.
Yeah, I'm like, I told you,
There
you're gonna have to go
no,
back. You keep going, keep going. I was like,
you gotta go far back.
Far back, very far, very far. There. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh yeah.
I saw Marley.
You little Marley. It was
Little
funny.
Marley.
I had a shirt. It was I just got my boobs done back in 2018 because one side went flat and it was like poof. It was like really strange. And so I just got them done and I got a shirt. It was like one of the shirts of the month and it had like a grenade on
Look
either
how
side.
skinny her face is.
And it said jingle these.
Yeah, I've seen that shit before. Look at how skinny she is.
Oh shush.
You're tiny.
Itty bitty. You know, that was
Itty bitty.
2017, I think.
Is this your girl?
No, she was just a friend from the gym. Her name is Monica. She's super awesome. Super sweet.
Look at how tiny.
Be quiet.
I was like, I'm not getting into the territory.
Look, it's Carly. We were flexing.
Yeah.
And she said, come on, Coco, let's flex. I was like, okay. You're almost there.
To say.
I didn't realize.
Still got some guns though.
Yeah.
I haven't been on Instagram in years.
You want to know my secret for delts? You got to take a tablespoon of Lubriderm and a teaspoon of Miracle Grow and apply liberally 3 times a day. Dude, don't do it. I'm just joking.
There was this stuff that people used to rub on them to put nitric oxide into their bloodstream.
They still have stuff like that.
Yeah, and it would burn so bad.
Oh, I think I remember that stuff.
It wasn't like vaso burn, but it was an actual like an arginine thing, you know.
Yeah, there's all sorts of crazy. I don't know if you use this, you can wrap it around your stomach or your arms or your legs.
Preparation to age, remember?
I thought that was for itchy hands when I was a child. And then
no, itchy buttholes.
I didn't know that. I did not know that. Now, because the people in the commercials were always like wriggling around on their hands, and I was like, "Damn!" So I told my mom one day. I was like, I was like scratching my hand. I was like, "Mom, I need preparation H." She looked at me. Why? I was like, "Because my hands are itchy."
Look how tiny.
Yeah, that was Texas Legends. I think that was the last bikini show that I did.
Last one.
Oh, long time ago. What year was that? 2017. Yeah.
Yep. August.
Yep. It was fun. It was an experience competing in bikini. And then I just remember being like, I'm really tired of waiting for like, that was a fun photo shoot. For like the end.
This is great lighting.
That's a great photo, yeah.
I was going to say, every photography studio, and I know a few, you know, I've had.
Looks AI before AI.
I apologize now here live to Dan Ray for making him a little too stressed out one time at nationals when I got in his face. but different photography, different people out there. Some have really good studio setups and stuff. I had a guy named Chris Cox. He shot a lot of people in that world for a while. This kind of looks like what he was doing.
This was actually done in a studio by Alexander Hilmy. He's awesome dude. He's got like a big old studio. He does work for like all sorts of companies in San Antonio and in Texas. So
nice.
he's pretty legit. Oh yeah, that was.
I was gonna say, is this your first show here?
I think it was. Yeah, because I had no clue what I was doing. I was like, what? Everything like went black, and I was like so nervous. Like I remember when my mouth went dry, and I was like, and they were
Well,
like
that was
Coryne
me.
Butler, and I like stomped across the freaking floor, and I was like, oh jeez.
Well, the
Yeah.
only thing that saved me at my first show, you remember the Adela Garcia? Was
Yeah.
during COVID
Yeah. That
in
was a
a
weird.
hotel ballroom.
That was a weird time.
It was, but nobody was there really.
I know.
And so
But
it was better as the first show because I didn't have to deal with everybody looking at me because it wasn't that packed.
you were like, oh great.
I
Yeah.
just stare over everybody.
Or I'd be like, pretend I'm not here, pretend I'm not here, pretend I'm not here. It can be.
Don't
it's,
trip, don't trip, don't trip.
That was honestly yes. Don't scuff your feet and boof. Don't trip.
Monster mash.
Oh, that's what I did. Don't trip over your feet as you're trying to do your turns.
What year
you
was your
remember my
first
first
show?
show was sorry.
Go on,
What'd you
Nikki.
say?
You were 19 at your first show again? I'm sorry.
No, 2019. I didn't do anything.
2019. Or when was your first show? What year again?
2017.
2017. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Got you. Just kind of getting a frame of time, the time frame. And you were 2017. How old were you think?
26.
26.
Better do the math.
Yeah, I was 26, 27, my first one. I had just turned 27 at my very first, show or so. Some people would say that's kind of older. And then some people are like, well,
practically
I think
ancient.
well, if you're doing something else with your life when you become an adult, me and
Live.
the army,
Yeah.
and
College.
college. You're so yeah. You do have a degree. That's something that you deserve recognition for that.
She's a
what do you?
geologist.
Shut up, Nikki. I was expecting you to say something really.
Yeah, I definitely. So where'd you go to school?
Northeast Lakeview College and UTSA. Because I like rocks.
She loves rocks.
I do. Because they some nice schist.
When we drove through New Mexico, we were sending you so many pictures.
Oh, I know. Those were amazing photos.
I was like, you can just see every
layer.
Everything.
All the strata.
All the way
I can tell you the
down to-
complete history of the area just based on these pictures alone.
Yeah, I was like, you need to get a job out here or something, like.
Oh,
But I know that geology work. I mean, everybody remembers Randy Marsh from South Park. Other than that, they probably don't know a lot of geologists, and I'm sure that it's hard to find work in that either pays the bills because
all you got to do is watch the line. Make sure
seismology.
Yeah,
and that's what I was like. I said depending on the different states and how much money is funding things like that. I'm sure it's but you've had.
I mean, there's all sorts of different areas and specialties in geology. I really wanted to go out to Hawaii and study at Manoa and do volcanology because I love volcanoes.
Volcanology, yeah.
Yeah. But that's like really far.
that would be cool.
It would have been, but then I would have never met
And
you
it's really
guys.
expensive out there.
I know.
Well, and who the hell really? When people go to college for something cool, I think there's an expectation that the job market might be a little dry anyway. But when people go to school for something extremely intellectual, they still are working in a job market that isn't what they went to school for. You know what I mean? So it's like you're an engineer, but you work for a fiber optics company or something, and you're doing sales. You're not even doing engineer. You know what I'm saying? Like that happens 80% of the time with different degrees and stuff. Yeah. So,
but I mean, geology is definitely a degree though that has a lot of practical benefits in the real world because you have to do like geological surveys of an area before like a shopping mall or a neighborhood can be put up, or like you've got to like survey like the groundwater to find out like where the water table is and like what affects, if we build a factory here, like there's like geology is probably in
you're like I found
one of the best majors to get into because no matter what, we're gonna need geologists,
Yeah, a computer can't do what you're doing.
Right. And then I'm not just that, but like I watch a lot of these sciencey shows and I'm like, how the hell did they come up with that as a profession? Like professional archaeological murder mystery psychology person. And I'm like, what? Like,
Bones.
Yeah. Like let me sniff these rocks and smell the farts and I can tell you exactly what this dinosaur ate, even though that's archaeology or paleontology. Yeah. I don't know. They come up with the random stuff. But yeah, geology, it's fun. I love it.
Well, we keep making the joke that we're moving to New Mexico, but just because it was so cool when we went through there. But let's get into your training, for example, just real quick before we run out of too much time. But
I know, because this is how our conversations normally go.
Yeah, I know. So we'll talk for 8 hours. But what does a typical training week look like for you? So this might be a really boring answer for yourself, but when you're off season, how much cardio are you typically doing? At least right now, or at least the last off season you might have had. And then like for contest prep, what is a typical week of training and how much cardio do you get? Where does the cardio stop? Things like that.
Okay. So like off season, I'm in the gym anywhere typically 4 to 5 days a week. And I do I try to hustle through my stuff because I don't want to spend a lot of time in the gym any more than I have to. So I try to hit it hard and hit it fast, hit it good, work smarter, not harder. So if I'm, hitting the weights for an hour, and I'm hustling through it and I'm still doing a really, damn good job. And then maybe 20 to 30 minutes of cardio after. So maybe an hour of cardio a week during the off season. This past prep for 2025, I was in the gym 5 days a week. And then I was doing cardio 6 days a week, and my cardio never got higher than 40 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
So it was very convenient because I had a treadmill in my living room, but then I also live like 5 minutes from the gym. So that was very nice too.
Oh my gosh, that's a lifesaver there. I've lived, and have you ever lived like 45 minutes from the gym? Oh man, it is so tough.
Yes,
just adding
down at Polk before I started working on post.
Oh yeah.
If I wasn't gonna meet with you, I'd have to go off post to go lift, which in a way was good because then I could wear like my short ass booty shorts and stuff. But
yeah, but you would come with me dang near every day at lunchtime and just
yeah.
You can't wear booty shorts on base.
No, you have to have a certain length. Everything has to be covered.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, for sure. It's just that you got fucking Rangers and SF wearing freaking
Ranger panties.
Yeah, they can wear
all hugging Ranger
but
panties.
They're not showing cheeks. So
right, so they're fine. I mean, I have a couple pairs of Ranger panties. They're comfortable as hell. But you can't wear like booty shorts with your ass cheeks hanging out.
Yeah.
You can't wear like
you
titty
can't wear
tank
sports
tops.
Bra. Yeah,
like which is fine.
Kind of frowned upon.
Yeah, which is fine because I mean, if you think about it, cool. It's wear whatever you want. It's your form of self-expression, whatever. But like, if you look at it from like a literal point of view, it's kind of gross if you're exposing a ton of skin at the gym because there are so many diseases and stuff that you can pick up.
Oh yeah.
Well, you're most worried about like ringworm and stuff because people are sweating all over everything.
Fucking MRSA and like
that too.
Other random stuff. Like, no, thank you. I want to keep my belly button.
It's good.
Sure?
It's good to have some kind of, So you lift like one body part a day, or you kind of do combinations all the time, or does it just constantly change from your coach? Or
I mean, I've been on the same plan for over a year and some change now, I think. I just keep it fresh by like adding, drop sets or doing like time under tension or supersetting, just to keep it fun. But I'll usually do like my push day and then I'll have a pull day. And then I was having 3 leg days a week. So that was fun.
No. To make them grow or just to condition?
To both. To make them grow in the off season and then condition in the
show.
Yeah.
And that's something that I've talked about with people before, and I don't know, maybe you can even elaborate on it some. So there's been a little bit of an argument, and me and the boys have sort of been trying to crack a little bit of a code, and it's just an overthinking thing, really. But we were talking about muscles that are underdeveloped. Tyler needs a bigger chest and arms, and Jesse needs I don't know, maybe bigger chest and back or something. I don't know. Everybody has some weaknesses, right? Or something everybody has something really strong or maybe something that can be better. Usually guys, it's like legs have to come
Keep
up.
a strong hand. Yeah.
Well, and so there's this argument that, people panic a little bit, and maybe you can elaborate on this. And of course, maybe there's also other things to this. Maybe more of a natural competitor might have to limit how many leg days that they're doing because of the recovery time, to get them to actually grow. Do you think that's a thing? because I mean, obviously, a natural competitor, they don't have anything helping them recover,
right?
And
Or build.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like, would you agree that maybe a natural competitor might have to stick to the once a week, destroy it, and then leave it alone for 7 days? But maybe
I don't really think that taking things to the level of destroy is the most
good.
the most efficient way of lifting, because if you go balls to the wall every time, eventually you're going to end up getting burnout. You're going to end up hurting yourself. You're going to run yourself into
something. Yeah,
exactly. You're going to run yourself into the ground far too fast. So
I've
for
done that a
me,
lot.
so for me, so for me, and like my athletes, I tell them like take it to failure, maybe like one set. And then for your next sets, drop the weight 10 pounds and then, hit that rep range that I give you. So that way, let's say that I have a girl whose back is her weak spot. Well, I might have her hit back twice a week. And I tell her, like, you're going to have like a day where you're going to probably have a higher rep range. And then you're going to have a day where you have a lower rep range. So that way we're getting a really good mix of like hypertrophy, strength, and like power throughout the week. And she's not like just like killing herself every single time, because not just for me, but for my girls too. Like I want them to associate the gym with fun, with like making, personal goals, reaching personal goals, and having fun while they're there. I don't want them to wake up and be like, fuck, it's Wednesday, it's leg day,
Right.
or
They're
fuck, it's
dreading
back day,
Yeah.
or like they go so hard where if they hit one body part once a week, they're still sore the following week. Like that's not good. And that doesn't matter if you're a natural athlete or not. Like you shouldn't wake up or like start the week and be like, I really don't want to go on this day because I got this. Like that's if that's how you start to view things, then maybe you need to take a step back and not be so serious. So I there, like I said, maybe have like one set, maybe two sets where you're pretty much right there at failure. But that's how, like what you said, Nikki, how injuries happen. And then if you get injured, you're gonna set yourself back how many days, weeks, months, years? So is it really worth it? No. And that's for a natural athlete or an enhanced athlete.
That's everyone.
Like that. It doesn't matter what kind of athlete you are. I mean, bodybuilding, CrossFit, fitness, powerlifting, like the human body does have its limits, and each person's limits are different. And you really know your limits. And if you have a good coach, your coach will know your limits as well. And that concludes my TED Talk. Thank you for coming.
No, I'm glad you said that. But because there's a lot of discrepancies over how people are lifting. And I'm a coach, and I have online clients as well. And we can only wave a magic wand so hard. I know I'm sure you've experienced that as well. There's clients that we put on the page because they get on stage, and then there's clients that never make it, and they never make it. And you don't want to embarrass them. You don't want to put pictures of them up if they're kind of having a little bit of a delusion and they're getting carried away with the thought of something and the idea of something, and not so much the realistic approach to what we're doing when we're having 40-year-olds doing shows and stuff, because I am 40-year-old doing shows. So I totally no discrimination, but I would never want to embarrass anybody and things like that. And there's clients that when they have a coach, I've experienced, I'm gonna ask you if you've experienced this. When I get started with clients, I have a 30-question questionnaire. It has all kinds of health questions and, markers I'm asking for, blah, blah, blah. But one thing that I always tell them is, you might get into this process and you're losing weight, you're dropping weight, because you're doing the diet and you're following all of the advice, because it will work for anybody. Nobody's body is defying the laws of thermodynamics. Nobody.
But I'm just different.
Right. Yeah. Nobody's like there's no genetic anomaly that doctors can't, figure out, all these pads hooked up to them and all these things reading. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Your body just will not burn fat. Like, no, it's not a real thing. However, I have had clients, and, maybe you have, I'm asking if you have, who send you the money every month, like they're supposed to, whatever,
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Can you still hear me? Yes, I can hear you. But have you ever had clients that, what do you say to clients that are sending you pictures every week? Oh, can you not hear us?
Oh, she can't hear.
No, we can hear you. If you want to jump out and jump back in,
I'm gonna hang up.
Yeah, and then come back in, and I'll edit that out. Almost done. All right. What up?
Hey, my bad. It was a call from the lab.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
And I was like, stop. And then I don't know why it went all like weird and quiet. That was weird.
It'll take over your mic, and then your mic is like shut off because it thinks you need to talk on the phone or something.
Yeah, because I was trying to I was trying to hit deny, but for some reason the stupid nails were like accept, and I was like wrong thing.
Got the nail. Yeah, how do you lift with those nails?
Carefully.
Just very carefully. I've never before. So.
Yo, I have cracked and broken so many. Like one time, I think it was my index when I was at Brick House. I cracked like right here, like across the nail bed, and like because I was like, I think it was like a 5-pounder, and I like went cling, and it was like them old school metal plates that cling clang, and like it went crack, and I said oh, and then like it was bleeding, and I was like oh my god, so I had to get a band-aid, and I was like not lifting, like I wasn't limping obviously, it was my hand, but I was like
you were like, I don't want to bleed all over the.
Yeah, I was like, everybody get my diseases, and it was just that fucking sucked. But yeah, so I lived carefully, right, Nikki?
So before I was asking, so what would you say to a client? Let's say you had a client and they just got started with you, and it's been 4 weeks, and
I want to compete.
Well, they want to compete, and so they sign up with you, and then every week you get the check-in photos. And this is not just one client of mine. This is numerous clients of mine. Hundreds over the last, 10, 20 years of 10 years of doing coaching.
Oh yeah.
But what if somebody is sending you pictures every week, their weight's not changing at all, and they're telling you that they're cheating on the diet and that they want to do a show like in a year? Mm-hmm. What advice, or what would you say? Let's say this was your client. What would you do? If every week it's I shit the bed, how would you approach that as a
coach,
IFBB professional?
Oh, because it's totally different.
Right. It's like, well, if I was in the NPC still, I would curse that motherfucker. I'm just playing.
Exactly. So what I would do is, I would try to, depending on if they're like a coaching client who's like in person, like you were, Nikki, or if they are one of my online clients, what I would do is I would schedule either a face-to-face or a phone call / video chat, and I would just kind of start talking, asking questions, and never accuse anybody.
Right.
Your weight hasn't dropped, blah blah blah. I would suggest like, hey, let's go through your MyFitnessPal. Are you logging everything that you're eating and drinking? Just to make sure. Like
that you're doing.
Your ketchup. Yeah. It has calories. It has carbs. Soy sauce has sodium. So and some people don't. Obviously, it's salty as fuck, but like. Some people don't think about that.
Everything that goes in your face.
Unless it's water. Even water. You got to measure your water, especially like during the peak week. But like, I would like suggest like going over MFP. I would make little suggestions as to how to like tweak this. Hey, I know you really are. You really like eating your cheesy poofs, but like maybe that's not like the best thing for you to eat because you're not able to eat a big volume, so you're hungry, so you eat more. Let's look at switching to like more whole and nutritious foods, or like stuff like that, or like and if we try that approach, and stuff's still not working, then I would suggest like going to the doctor, getting a full lab panel done, blood work, urine, everything. And then also getting hormones checked, because like, especially with the older that we get, men and women, our hormones start to change, start to drop. And getting on HRT or TRT, that's becoming a more common thing now. It's not looked down upon or frowned at. And so I would recommend, my clients, I would be like, hey, go see your doctor, get that done, along with changing, switching up your diet, because you might have food intolerances or even like somewhat like allergies that you might not even know.
Yeah.
You could have high inflammation markers. Like, I didn't realize I felt fine, but my body was telling me that something was wrong. I had high inflammation markers indicative of rheumatoid arthritis. If I wouldn't have gotten the blood panel done, I wouldn't have freaking known that.
Wouldn't have known, yeah.
So that's how I would handle a situation that's like that. And then if we go through all of that and stuff's still not changing, then I would have to have a serious heart-to-heart with this person, this athlete, and be like, is this something that you really want to do? You got to talk to me. You got to share with me what's going on. Like, are you binge eating? Or are you eating in secret? Or are you just logging things in MFP so I can see that you're logging, but you're not really logging what you're eating? Like, there's a lot of ways to go about it. Obviously, you got to be sensitive to people. You can't just be like, hey, bitch, listen up. Like, you can't be like that.
Right.
I mean, maybe I'll be like, that was you, Nikki. But
that never works.
Exactly. So you can't be like that. And because you don't know how people are going to take, criticism. Like what you said earlier, you asked a question about, critiques from the judges. How do you handle that if it's not the, critique that you want? If you're going on stage, you're going to get critiqued, get the fuck over it. But if you're just somebody who just wants to look better and feel better, you still have to be open to criticism, or maybe suggestions. We could call them suggestions from the person that you're paying to help you get where you want to be.
Right.
Because it's the same things. Don't gas somebody up. Oh yeah, girl, you look great, and you're like 40 pounds overweight. Yeah.
So the big thing that I've been talking about on the show lately is, as a coach, it's been I ask these questions to the audience and just talk about how I look at them. And my clients watch the show. They don't watch the whole thing, I'm sure, but they tune in and stuff. And I try to talk about the questions that they've had from the week, because that's what they want answers, but everybody can learn from everybody's questions. So I'll have anonymous, scenarios where I talk about something that somebody's dealing with or a question that they had. And, I had a lot of clients over the years, and I was kind of asking you also just to get sort of your opinion too, as advice. Cause, as a coach or as anybody, I'm always, and everybody should, I think, always look for improvement. Even if they think they're good at something, you should still think that there's improvement that you can make always,
Always, yeah.
You're never the best bodybuilder. You're never the best coach.
What do you mean?
So I asked too, to learn from y'all, like, people that have had, high level coaches and stuff. And it's like, I got these clients that sometimes, and this has been happening for 10 years,
I've had a few of those in my day.
Yeah. And it's like, well, I don't want to just keep taking their money if they're not going to get this, you know what I mean? I don't want to feed anything that might be causing all kinds of problems at home. I don't want to feed any delusion, and definitely, oh man, you look great. But
that goes into the ethical side of coaching. And sometimes
honesty, but nice about it.
But like with some athletes, we've had these discussions as coaches, like in our Fit Body Fusion stuff. Sometimes experience is the best teacher. And if you have somebody that doesn't give a shit, they don't, hey, I really think maybe we should push your show out, another 6 weeks, or, let's kind of aim for whatever. And they're like, I don't care. I don't want to do this. My heart's set on that, blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, hey, and if you have a record of every check-in, you're saying like, hey, I really think we should push the show out. You're not hitting the markers and the goals that I know I really wanted you to hit to be ready for this show. Well, blah, blah, blah. And if they don't want to hear it, and they're, they are living in their own little world. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to let people try it and fail. And so that way they can see, get humbled. What is that? Kendrick Lamar, sit down, be humble, Yeah.
Yeah, but then they say, well, why did I get last place?
Yeah. Just only because I was eating pumpkin pie every night.
We have all seen, and we're not picking on anybody, but because people can be going through stuff, and you never know what somebody's going through.
Right.
But I was talking to a guy who was a coach, and he didn't really have any clients and stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm planning on winning Tampa," and I was like, "The NPC,
that's a big show.
That's like there's people that coming to that,
Mm-hmm.
He got last place, and
because it was rigged.
Well, I don't even think he even had that sort of opinion afterwards. It was just one of those things where I think the right coach would have been something that could have helped the guy. Where if the coach said, "Hey, man, I think Tampa's great. Let's not, maybe just an example. Let's not look at that as our Olympia. Let that be a warm up, or let's do one 4 weeks after that and see how much tighter we can bring you in, because we could probably get X amount of more pounds off you, get you into light heavy or something, whatever, things that I've had to consider myself, when dropping and whatnot. But so who's been your biggest supporter throughout your career? And that's that's a tough question there, I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay, so first of all, I would really like to thank my parents, because there's
right.
So support my parents, obviously my sister Nikki right there. Hey girl, I see you. My friends, my best friend Terrence, Sir Jeffrey Wilson, of course, and all my friends that live back in San Antonio, and the friends I've made over the years. As far as support goes, they're the real ones. And without obviously the near and dear support from my parents and my sisters, this would have been a very, very hard journey. Because people really, they think, oh yeah, I can do it all by myself. I mean, yeah, you can, but you really do need a support system to help hold yourself accountable, and to cheer you on. Because I've been to shows where I didn't know anybody, and it's weird when you go out there. You don't hear and number 53 Nicole Blackman, because we're pretending you're married back then, and you don't even hear the woo, because the music is so loud.
Nationals, remember?
Yes.
Nobody was there.
Yeah. It's a weird feeling. It's a weird feeling, but if
nobody ever seems to go to those,
I mean, they're expensive. But if you have,
it's super expensive.
Yeah, but if you have family and friends, that's why I loved competing in San Antonio, because all my friends would show up, and I'd be like, yeah, and I'd be like, Coryne Butler, and I'd be like, oh shit.
I did a show down the road for my dad once, and it was so cool for him because his 10-minute drive.
Yeah, that's
and
nice.
I came to his house afterwards to pass out, after prejudging his back.
Nice. There you go. But yeah, having a good support system is definitely very crucial, especially in this sport. But like I said, without my parents, my sister Nikki, Carrie, Terrence, or Jeffrey, without any of them, even my friend Kim, amazing woman, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. Because they say it takes a village to raise a kid, but it also takes a village to make a bodybuilder.
Yeah, I always make the joke that so I study religion and stuff, and outside of bodybuilding, and I'm like, bodybuilders kind of become their own little religious figure, and they have all these followers and supporters, but it's about them, but they don't even look at them as them. They look at their body as an object, or as almost like a business, almost like you're making a product. It's not even, it's personal. The mind's separated from it all. But there's always this following that people have, those supporters that help. And it's, I've been lucky enough to have a lot of them over the years, especially having a bodybuilding team. All my competitors, they were always obviously so supportive of where I was going to place when I would get on stage, And
that's how it's been as a coach too. My girls, they see me getting ready for a show, and go coach. Or you mentioned followers. I've not that I'm a big influencer or whatever, but I've had my Instagram since I joined Fit Body Fusion, so 10 years now, and there have been people who have followed me since before I even started bodybuilding, and friends from like high school, middle school, and people that I've met online who are some of the best supporters of, and they're like, yeah. And I'm like,
Yeah.
holy crap, you live all the way over there and you live
Yeah.
there. It's entertaining. No, it's not entertaining. It's an interesting thing to see how people can use social media like that for good, like to spread like positive messages and stuff like that. And how it can help to bring people together too.
I think it definitely does. For sure. Especially when people get together for the show.
Yeah.
And all these people that don't know each other are all there rooting the same person on. And it's like, oh, that's her mom.
Yeah.
Wow. And
That's how it was at National when I went to Charleston. I don't know. I was in the bathroom because I had to like do some makeup or something. And then this girl, I came out, she's like, you look amazing. I was like, you too, girl. And then like, I think my mom talked to like her mom and her grandma and something like we just talk, and then like I had to open the show because my number was 1. And they were like, we're gonna open the show with women's physique and number 1 competitor Coryne Butler. And I walk on the stage and I just hear, ah! And I was like, what the fuck? Not, I didn't make that face on stage, but I sort of thought it.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, that would have been great. My mom had made friends with this girl's whole family, and they were like, "That's her," and and they were like, "That's her." Yep. And every time I went on stage, I was just like, "Jesus!" And so that was and my mom was like,
"Awesome, though."
They're so funny. My mom was just like, I had an excellent time at this show," and I'm like, "Good."
The first time I met your mom was when they brought you to Louisiana.
Oh, just, yeah. And you're like, oh, and it was dark too.
I know.
Oh my god!
I met y'all at the storage place
at U-Haul, and the rest is history.
Hey, your parents are like, "So you're who she's moving in with?" I'm like,
yeah, Nicole, Nikki. Okay.
So we have 2 more questions before we cut you out for today, and obviously we'll have you on the show. Hopefully as much as possible, because I really think the audience is going to like your personality a lot. They're going to like both of y'all more than me. So that's good. Gonna be great. Which is normal in my world.
Hopefully we don't scare them away.
I need y'all are like the oracles, the oracle hour. So as far as plans for the future, I can't imagine that you're done competing. What's next?
Of course I am. I'm kicking up my heels. What's next? Off season. So I think you have 3 years to compete after you get your pro card. So I did from May or June to November-ish, December. I was pretty good with everything, but then my health just set and it was really hard for me to get out of bed. So the last 8-9 months have just been my health journey, trying to get better, which I will talk about on my social media and with you guys. So now I'm almost at the point where I think I'm able to start getting into the gym 3 days a week. 3 days a week. I know it doesn't sound like much, but I just gotta go.
Anything's better than nothing, right? So
yeah, I mean, unless you count chasing after the puppy. But that's the goal. I mean, I haven't really laid out a plan, but I definitely plan to compete as a pro. My heart is in women's physique because I love the posing. It's beautiful. It's graceful. It showcases, feminine muscle in a gorgeous way. I mean, same with women's bodybuilding. Those are probably my 2 favorite divisions. But in all reality, I don't think I have what it takes at this point in time or at this point in my life to push to the point where I am able to be competitive on the women's physique circuit and as a professional. So I'm going to make my pro debut in figure, which is where I started, and it's fun. And I really just like women's physique because I don't have to wear heels. And and then you get to go on.
I think you look great in women's physique personally. I know they're getting a little ridiculous with the amount of mass that they're putting on, which is a reason why I will never compete in women's physique again. I'll probably just stick with figure, especially having kids, and it's going to be really hard to take the amount of androgens that you need to put on that much
Yes.
mass.
And then you want to maintain your femininity as well.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah. So I
forget
don't blame you
about it.
at all. But I
Yeah.
do think you have a better frame for women's physique if they would just stop making them into women's
Bodybuilders.
bodybuilders. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
No, I
You
Because
agree.
some of these women are
100%.
ridiculous.
You have an
Yeah.
X factor. There's I've always said that there's people that have an X factor, and even if they're not the biggest girls on stage, sometimes they're just their physiques.
Mm-hmm.
And both of y'all have,
Very
you might not be
similar
the
physiques.
biggest. Yeah, you might not be the biggest girls up there, but
I just don't
what
have
you
this.
got looks really good. And I was the same way as a heavyweight. I was, 205, 207.
But you got
I was
calves.
at the bottom.
I do have calves.
Her calves
Are
look.
fucking insane.
Male
I'm
bodybuilders
like,
would pay money for those implants.
I'm like, no, that's called synthol. No,
Nah.
I'm like,
I have never met
geez, Nikki,
anyone
save
with
some
better
calves for
than
the
my
rest of
wife.
us.
The only reason my calves are even close in size is just because I'm a dude. But they're not. But muscle
Nikki, where are
belly
you
wise,
hiding?
I was just
Well-
like, man, you must really snap them ankles, girl, when you walk.
Sick calves, dude. I'm always just like that meme with the girl.
Yeah.
you can do them every day, they'll never grow, and then people that never do them, they just grow walking, and
Oh.
it's just the funniest thing.
I
It's
really
the
think it's just the way
miracle
that I
grow.
walk, honestly.
Like a duck.
No, I walk heel to toe. Heel to toe.
Heel to toe, and
Oh,
she
that's
flexes her calf more than she uses an elliptical movement of her hamstring, glute. 'Cause some people walk with their butt and hams, and some people walk with their ankles. And like I had ankle injuries in the army. This sounds so.
What?
I feel like I'm walking
You're-
like Forrest Gump, like when I'm doing the demonstration. But so I fractured my ankles in the army, both at the same time, or category 3 sprained them on Nasty Nick.
He landed.
And yeah, well,
Like the
I still had to
celery.
finish the obstacle course, but my ankles were so screwed up, I just had to crawl. But it caused an extreme imbalance in the muscles that were being used, because when I started to learn how to rerun again, I wasn't flexing through the ankle, obviously, which wasn't engaging the calf that well, but didn't matter. I had huge calves from being heavy in high school. I had
I
big
also
old
think that's the
freaking
thing.
I had wide ass calves,
See,
So
Corinne's
I
always
didn't-
been tiny.
I had to lose the cankles
I got-
first.
But my ankles look like this.
Your calves look like that. Get it right.
Shut up.
All right, so we have one more question, and this has been an awesome episode. I really
No
think
jokes.
that people are going to enjoy this one, and we're going to have hopefully I'll be the channel that has more girls and stuff on anyway, considering my wife is an IFBB Pro. So I think
Considering your
that
wife's a girl.
the energy, yeah, it's been great today. So, but one last question. This is the fun one, and it's the one everybody wants to know. What's your favorite freaking cheat meal?
She can't have cheat meals.
I know, right?
I just be a smart ass. Pancakes. That never turned out properly.
Flopjacks.
Huh?
Flopjacks.
Or sloppy cocos. I don't think, yeah, like Nikki said, like you probably, if you heard her, she said, I don't take cheat meals. Really don't. I mean, I found a pizza that's safe for me to eat, but I don't eat that all the time. Favorite thing would probably just be beef. So like a steak with like a potato, whether it's a sweet potato or a white potato, and like asparagus or broccoli, or like a big fucking massive salad with a bunch of stuff on it, or like brisket. Like,
Oh yeah, good idea.
yeah, those are like my things, dude.
Like beef and
That's
potatoes
it.
seems to be a
That's-
lot of what you're eating.
Oh yeah. I'm a meat and potatoes kind of girl, but I ain't Irish.
Yeah, you can't have rice.
but those that like give me like a really good, nice, rare, flame broiled, like juicy sirloin, or like some really moist brisket. Because I like it damp. And I'm a happy girl. I'm a happy girl. That's it. Like I don't do cheat meals because like cheat meals will make me sick and it's just not worth it. And I don't feel like trying to make my own cheat meal from scratch. Like, oh, I'm gonna I'm gonna make this because I can bear it. Well, fucking grain-free
I know what
pumpkin
you
pie. I will eat a whole ass pumpkin pie or pecan pie I make myself, and I'll be like, "Whoa, what happened?" Because it's delicious, but like it just takes a lot of work. So it's steak.
Yeah. Well, I know what you mean. Some people, they make all kinds of concoctions and they add protein and they make it, However, and I've always been I'm kind of boring when it comes to the food and stuff. But don't get me wrong.
One of my favorite
One
of my favorite things is broccoli or Brussels sprouts or green beans. Take them and cook them and everything Bejel seasoning. Oh, I'll eat a whole bag of Brussels sprouts in one sitting. They're good.
Yeah. Well, shoot, and a lot of my clients, I don't think they realize how good the food can be. It's just, I do little documentaries and I show how boring mine is, and I'm sure they're just like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Well, I just don't care." At this point, it's been 20 years.
Seasoning adds flavor.
Yeah, and I'll put that stuff on there, but I'm pretty much just chewing it with the front of my teeth and swallowing it anyway.
Have you ever heard of salt?
Right. You ain't put nothing on that steak, homie. Well, hey, this has been an awesome episode. So I really can't thank you enough for coming on.
I had fun. Thanks for having me, guys.
I would love to have you back on again, especially if we get some more females. I want to have all the sirens, all the oracles here. And we're trying to revive the sport a little bit. I'm coming out of the retirement resurrection here. But yeah, guys, if you're looking for Coryne, head up Instagram. Where else can we find you? If that makes Fit Body Fusion website.
Yeah, I'm on there.
If you want coaching, for sure.
There you go. Thanks, Nikki. And Facebook.
If somebody wants to hit you up for an interview, hit you up on Facebook or Instagram.
I have a TikTok, but I don't really use it.
Yeah.
Because I just don't.
It takes a lot to get something going, and then you have to commit so much time to it. It's like YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube will cut a chunk out of your day and then edit it.
I like having productive days.
True.
I don't like always being in front of a screen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll get screen sick sometimes. On my other channel, we would do these 4 or 5 hour podcasts into the middle of the night.
Oof.
And I'd be tapping out like, guys, I'm gonna puke. I've been staring at the green screen so long, and y'all are talking about such boring shit. Like
I would cry.
Guys, stay tuned for next episodes that we have. We'll have more people in the future, but until then, this has been Auntie Coco.
Hey, it's me.
IFBB Pro Nikki Blackman. And
myself,
Steve Blackman.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me on the show, guys. Appreciate it. Love you. Had a fun time, and as always, we just be laughing way too much. But laughter is a great medicine.
Hell yeah, we love you too. We'll see you soon.
Love you guys. Bye.